Hello, students. My name is Jesse George, your professional accounting teacher. Before you continue with this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Georgian Theory Concepts. Thank you. All right, now let's get started. In this video, I want to demonstrate the concept of regression analysis. Okay, there are two concepts I want to demonstrate here. How to use calculator. How do you use your Casio calculator? This is my Casio calculator to calculate a regression line. That's regression line, and that regression line is y equals to a plus b x. Okay, then how do you calculate your correlation? This is correlation. So there are two things to be done in this video, so let us get started. So to do that, you are given two variables. So the first thing to determine here is the independent variable, independence. So you must determine your independent variable and the dependence variable. So normally we use x to represent the independent variable, but the dependent variable is normally represented by y. In that case, we want to regress. So the question may say regress y on x. Take note, regress y on s. So in this case, if you want to regress p on a, we want to regress p on a, which means that our p will represent our y, then our a will represent our x. So we are regressing y on x. So x is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable. Then a is the constant or intercept, regression constant or intercept. Then b is the slope, or gradient, or what we call the coefficient, regression coefficient. Okay, so there are three names you can name the b. So what we want to calculate using the calculator is the value of a, the value of b, and the correlation. Correlation talks about the relationship between the two. Okay, so let's use our calculator. So the first thing, I want to clear my calculator. In the last video, I have taught you that. Now, to do that, you need to change the mode of this calculator. Change the mode of this calculator to regression. So how do you do that? You press your mode twice. 1, 2. Okay. Then this is standard deviation. This is regression. So you now press 2. Then you also come here. This is linear. This is log. This is exponent. Then you press linear, and that is 1. So it has been changed to regression mode. Okay. So to do that, this is what you will do. So you will press mode 2 times, then you press 2. On the 2, you will see regression there. Then you press, when you press the 2, then you press 1. Under the 1, on the 1, you have linear. And this is a linear equation. Okay, we talk about linear equation. That's a linear relationship. All right. Now, having changed that, you now input the data. That is input the data. And how do you input the data? Don't forget, x will come first, the dependent variable will come first. That's how the calculator is being programmed. Okay, then y will come next if you want to do that. So this is the independent variable, then this is independent variable, then the dependent variable. Then you press m plus. So you use this to input your data. So let us input our data. That's the next thing. Make sure that it is in the mode. This is regression mode. You can see reg here. All right. So to do that, you now start to press one after the other. So we have 3.5. Sorry, that is 3.65, comma. Then, because this is the independent variable, so it must come first. Then the dependent variable, so we have 2.75. Okay. Then you go to the next one, 4.25, comma, 3.25. Then you press it will go to the next one. So the next one is 3.3, 3.5, then comma 2.75. Okay, so you continue that process, then to the last one. This is 9, then we go to the last one, which is 10. Then you have 2.5, comma, then 3.5. Okay, so this is the 10th one. Now, very simple. So the next thing is to get the value of A. So in this case, we need the value of A, we need the value of B. All right. If you look at the expression is y equals to A plus bx. So how do you get the value of A? You press shift, then you press 2. Shift 2. Okay. This is shift 2. Then you press this arrow twice, 1, 2. So this will appear. So this is the value of our A. And A, like I told you, is regression constant. So you now press 1. Then you press equals to. And what do you have there? That's 2.11, 2.11, 2.11. Okay? So to do that, you will follow this step. So look at the step you follow. You said shift, then you press 2, then you press the arrow here. You press it, you press again, then you press 1. And lastly, you press equals to. Then it will give you the value of A. Okay? Now let's look at the value of B. So to get the value of B, you press 2, you press shift, you press 2, then you press the arrow twice, 1, 2. Then this time around, this is B. This is B. Then you press 2 again, and it will give you, then lastly, equals to. All right. And that is the value of B. Then our value of B in this case is 0.25. So this is 0.25. Now our regression line. Now to do that, you follow this step. Look at the step you follow. So shift 2, the arrow facing this side, the arrow again. You press it twice, then you press 2, then equals to. Then it will give you the value of B. So from here, we can formulate our regression line, which is P equals to A. The value of A is 2.11 plus 0.25 of capital A. So this is called a regression line or regression equation. Do you understand? So this is it, regression line. Then how do you calculate our correlation? So to calculate our correlation, you still follow the same step. Shift 2, you press the arrow twice. Let me start all over again. You press shift 2, press this arrow twice, 1, 2. Then you will see 3. That's R. Then you press 3. And finally, you press equals to. So this is our correlation. So our correlation is positive. So our R represented by R, that is 0.336. So this is a weak positive relationship. Weak. So that's our correlation R. Instead of using the formula, we make use of the calculator. So to do that, we have you follow this step. So look at the step you follow to calculate the correlation. That is to calculate R. This one is to calculate B. This one is to calculate A. So we have shift 2. It's just the same step, but finally you have 3. Then equals to. Then you press 3. You press the arrow twice. Okay? So that's how to calculate the correlation. Then you now interpret. All right. Okay? So if you understand this video, if you understand it, please, you can share with your friends. Thank you.